Once again, allow me to welcome you to Port Royale, the seat of the Spanish Viceroy here in the New World. I will help you settle into your new city more quickly. I have had a small ship anchored in the harbour for you. You will find the city's most important buildings near the market square. Click them to perform different actions. There you will also find your first warehouse. I will get back to you once you've sold your first goods in another city. Welcome to Port Royale. This is your hometown for now, in which you already even own a warehouse. You can adjust the level of magnification and the camera angle at will. The city view shows all of the buildings in the city. These include action buildings, homes, and businesses. At first, the action buildings are most important for you. They are always in the center of town. You can enter them to perform certain actions, such as here in the dock, the most important building. This is where all of the trading for the entire city is done. If you have a convoy in port, you can select it directly. This displays data on the convoy on the right. Note, convoys consist of one or more ships and have a captain. More on that later. To send your convoy out, you must first leave town and go to the nautical chart. Here all the cities you know are shown. You can adjust the area shown and zoom level just the same as in the city. Select a destination city for your convoy, and then select Send Convoy Here. Now you can see which route your convoy will take. If you have nothing else to do, you can also speed up time. Once your convoy has arrived in another city, you can then trade there. You can either enter the city or trade directly between the city and your selected convoy. In the trading window, the goods on board your convoy are displayed on the right. In order to sell them, select the goods and move the slider towards the city. Then confirm the trade. I will explain the significance of the prices and quantities displayed later. Now that you know how to transport goods between cities, you can do me a favor. Please send your convoy to Port-au-Prince and buy 100 barrels of sugar. We need this sugar here in Port Royal.
Welcome. You should provide more housing. Welcome. You should provide more housing.
Good. Now you know how to earn gold through trading. No matter which path you follow later, never forget that you must keep an eye on prices. Don't worry, you will find that it soon becomes very easy. And that's important because you will need a lot of gold if you want to achieve a higher rank. Higher ranks open an entire host of new possibilities. I leave you alone for a while now, as I have an interview with the Viceroy. I'll be back soon. Very good, that's done. Now we come to ships and convoys. Here you have to remember, single ships have no crews and therefore cannot be sent out. To use a ship, you must either convert it into a convoy or add it to an existing convoy. It then automatically receives the mandatory basic crew. By the way, only one captain is required per convoy, and his skills can improve over time. Good. But now for something completely different.
It sounded like a simple, easy trip to New Orleans, conducting a young woman to a diplomatic meeting. Yet she does not like the fact that she has to travel with commoners to remain undetected. And she is also unhappy as she suspects the real reason for her meeting with the French viceroy is simply a chance for him to present his son. The young captain notices her anger and tries to cheer her up, at first in vain, but eventually she laughs, and her radiant eyes burn themselves into his soul. But then she thinks of her mission, and the fact that it is unseemly for a woman of her station to give a common sailor any more attention than is absolutely necessary. And yet, that moment is all it takes for a young man to fall in love with a young woman.
Excellent. You've discovered a new city, and Elena arrived safely in New Orleans. We can only hope that her mission is successful, and that relations between France and Spain soon improve. She will stay a while before returning home later with another convoy. Well, you've learned the basics. How it goes from here depends on which path you have chosen.
A young man tormented by the thought of Elena being forever out of his reach. Even if their paths were to cross again at some point, why should she give him more than a passing glance? After all, he is just a nobody. His chain of thought is interrupted by an excited discussion between two captains at the next table. The viceroy is looking for an aide for his commercial attaché, Pedro de Vega, to further promote the prosperity and wealth of the Spanish cities and the colonies. It must be fate. If he held the post of aide, he could prove himself to Elena. But it will not be easy to convince the viceroy. He painstakingly prepares himself for a perfect audience. With his friend's help, he is granted an audience. At first, the viceroy pays him but little attention, and Elena finds it impudent of this young captain to consider himself capable of such a responsible position. But Pedro de Vega's persuasive arguments lead the viceroy to take a closer look. He sees the determination burning in the young man's eyes. Finally, he nods.
My congratulations. You've actually managed to convince the viceroy. He has asked me to help you over the next few weeks and to assign you tasks designed to train you to be my aide. In order to gain a better insight into economic relationships, your first assignment is to increase your social standing. To do so, you must increase both your wealth and the capacity of your ship's cargo hold.